The jungle breathed before it moved, long before any creature stirred, before wings cut the air or paws pressed into damp earth. The forest inhaled slowly, drawing mist into its vast green lungs. The night was retreating, but it did not leave quietly. Shadows clung to tree trunks, and the echoes of nocturnal calls faded like half-remembered dreams. Somewhere deep within the undergrowth, water dripped from leaves still heavy with darkness. As dawn began to rise, light slipped through the canopy in thin, golden threads. It touched the forest floor gently, as if asking permission. The jungle responded with sound. Insects resumed their rhythmic hum. Birds tested their voices one by one, until the silence fractured into a living orchestra. Life was returning, not suddenly but deliberately. High above the ground, a troop of langur monkeys stirred among the branches. Their pale faces caught the early light as they leapt effortlessly from limb to limb, scanning the forest below. To them, the jungle was both home and battlefield. Every rustle carried meaning. Every shadow could be danger. A young langur paused, clutching the bark tightly, its sharp eyes fixed on the grass below. It sensed something before it saw it. Down on the forest floor, the tall grass parted without sound. A Bengal tiger moved forward with controlled precision, its massive shoulders rolling beneath striped fur. Each step was measured, each breath steady. The tiger's amber eyes reflected the morning light, unblinking, calculating. It was not hungry in a frantic way. Hunger here was patient. It waited, it observed, and it struck only when the moment was perfect. The langur troop erupted into alarm calls, sharp and urgent. Birds exploded into the air, their wings beating wildly as they fled. The tiger stopped instantly, muscles coiled, ears twitching. The forest had spoken, and it had spoken loudly. With a slow turn of its head, the predator slipped back into cover, melting into the jungle as if it had never been there. Not far away, a herd of spotted deer grazed cautiously near a shallow stream. Their ears flicked constantly, rotating like living radar dishes. One lifted its head, nostrils flaring, tasting the air. The warning calls from the monkeys had reached them too. The herd tightened, bodies pressing close, ready to scatter. In the jungle, survival was not about strength alone, but awareness. The sun climbed higher, burning away the mist. Colors deepened. Greens became richer, shadows sharper. The jungle now revealed its complexity. Vines wrapped ancient trees like living ropes. Orchids bloomed high above, unseen by most. Their beauty meant not for admiration but for survival. Ants marched in endless lines along the forest floor, carrying fragments of leaves far larger than themselves, building a world invisible to careless eyes. Near a fallen log, an Indian python lay coiled, its patterned body almost indistinguishable from the forest debris. It did not chase. It did not rush. It waited. Time moved differently for creatures like this. When a careless rodent strayed too close, the jungle exhaled sharply. In a blur of motion, the python struck, and silence returned just as quickly. By midday, heat settled heavily over the forest. Many animals sought shade, retreating into burrows, under roots, or beneath thick foliage. Yet others emerged. A massive Indian elephant stepped into a clearing, its presence commanding instant respect. With each slow step, the ground trembled slightly. Smaller animals moved aside without protest. The elephant tore branches effortlessly, chewing methodically, its intelligence evident in every movement. Birds gathered nearby, unafraid, feeding on insects stirred up by the giants. Passage. This was the jungle's unspoken agreement. Even the most powerful were part of a larger system. Nothing existed alone. In the canopy, a pair of hornbills glided between trees, their wings producing a deep, rhythmic whoosh. They settled near a nest hollow, where the female waited sealed inside, trusting completely in her partner to bring food. Trust was rare here, but when it existed, it was absolute. As afternoon faded, clouds rolled in, thick and heavy. The jungle sensed the change before the first drop fell. Leaves tilted, insects fell silent. Then the rain came, sudden and relentless. It drummed against the canopy, poured down trunks, and turned dust into mud within moments. Streams swelled, carrying leaves, seeds, and life itself deeper into the forest. For the jungle, rain was not inconvenience. It was renewal. Frogs emerged, their calls rising above the storm. Fish moved into newly flooded areas, exploring temporary worlds that would vanish by morning. The scent of wet earth filled the air, rich and ancient. As the rain eased, the sky burned orange and purple. Evening approached, and with it a shift in power. Diurnal creatures retreated, and the night hunters prepared. Fireflies flickered among the trees, tiny sparks against the darkening green. Bats darted through the air, silhouettes against the fading light. From the shadows, a leopard descended from the branches where it had rested. All day, unlike the tiger, it relied on stealth and surprise from above. Its spotted coat broke its outline completely. The jungle gave it cover, and it used that gift without mercy. Somewhere deeper still, the tiger moved again. Night belonged to it. The sounds of the forest changed, softer now, more deliberate. Each snap of a twig carried weight. Each breath felt louder. The tiger followed scent trails invisible to others, reading the forest like a map written in instinct. Under a moonlit clearing, the deer returned, cautious but compelled by hunger. The jungle watched. It always watched. The tiger waited until the moment aligned perfectly. Then, with explosive power, it burst forward. The chase was brief, brutal, and final. When it ended, the forest did not mourn. Death here was not tragedy. It was balance. As the night deepened, the jungle settled into its ancient rhythm. Predators fed. Scavengers followed. Insects resumed their endless work. Above it all, the moon cast silver light through the canopy, illuminating a world unchanged by human time. By the next dawn, traces of the hunt would fade. Tracks would wash away. Sounds would shift again. The jungle would appear peaceful, almost untouched. But beneath that calm lay constant motion, constant struggle, and constant life. This was the truth of the jungle. Not a place of chaos, but of order too complex to be seen at once. Every creature, from the smallest ant to the largest predator, played its part. And every day, as light rose and fell, the jungle told its story again. Silent, eternal, and alive.